Earlier this month, we've got some official news from Infinity Nikki devs about the soon-to-be dye feature. First, let me break down all of the official and confirmed information that we know at the moment. First, we'll be able to fully customize pieces by adjusting patterns, colors, and special effects. Second, each piece will be separated into multiple areas, allowing dozens of customizable areas per piece. Lastly, we'll also be able to save, import, and share our customization presets with others. As you probably already know, the Bullquet Dye Event is a preview of how the feature will work. Even with the event preview, we still have several questions unanswered. So first, what can we dye? We know that we can dye multiple parts of different pieces, but what does pieces mean? You probably already heard some people claiming that we'll only be able to dye 3-star clothes. This rumor probably started due to the permanent and limited banners details calling 3-star clothes as pieces. But this rumor ignores the fact that all the clothing pieces are called pieces, regardless of the star quality. As you can see here on the stylist outfits, which are made out of different pieces, and so are the miracle outfits and the scam-o-matic pieces as well. It doesn't matter if a piece is part of an outfit set or not, it is still called as a clothing piece. For example, we have a piece such as the boots from the scam-o-matic, which is a 5-star item that does not belong to any outfit set. We also have a 3-star piece from the permanent banner, such as this. And we also have a full star piece from an ability outfit. Unfortunately, I don't think the dye system will be limited to 3-star pieces. After all, that would make the 3-star pieces infinitely better than the 5 stars. Why would you ever pull for a 5-star if you can't even change its color, while you can make this 3-star piece perfect? On the downsides, if we do get the dye feature for all the clothes quality, it's highly probable that we will need to pull for all evolutions to unlock the dye feature. This would prevent evolutions to be redundant, while still offering nice combinations by design, and also incentivizing everyone even more to pull for the 5-star outfit's final evolutions. Of course, it would be impossible for a free-to-play player to dye lots of 5 stars, but would still be a great way to make whales and free-to-play happy, as we would still have access to a lot of clothes to dye, while whales could still have their premium outfits. Now, where we will dye the clothes? Of course, the dye system could be simply embedded into the wardrobe UI, as many have suggested. But as Lottie has pointed out, it's very probable that it's going to be at the dye workshop. Not just because of the name, but at the dye workshop description currently, it even mentions that they use flowers and materials to create new colors. We also have an entire free space around the dye workshop that could be used for that purpose, and already has dedicated areas to create pigments. Now, when would we get the dye feature? It will certainly take several months until we can finally get this feature, so we have to be patient, but I think it will be worth the while. They've only started working on it recently. Also, if the dye workshop is the place for that, then the Flame Crest Festival, which we still haven't seen in the story, would be the perfect update theme to introduce a dye feature. Now, how would the dye system work? Considering the Bullquet event is a preview of the clothing dye feature, we can safely assume that we'll be required to trade lots of materials to dye our clothes. If you play the event, then you know that we need to drop a bunch of materials in high quantity to get random colors. So we'll probably have to do the same with clothes. The devs already mentioned that we'll be able to share our customizations with others, so I believe this system will push us to do a lot of experimentation and mix and matching to find out the combinations of mats that we need to make the perfect outfits. Lastly, they also mentioned we'll be able to change patterns and special effects as well. Although I'm not entirely sure how in detail that would be, I imagine it will be somewhat similar to what we have in Animal Crossing. If you haven't played Animal Crossing games, essentially you can create a unique pattern and color combinations and share a QR code with others. This feature has been in Animal Crossing games for decades, so it's nothing new and should be a good blueprint to adapt to Infinity Nikki more complex clothing pieces. Although, for sharing. I believe Nikki will make a code system similar to the friend codes that we have currently, or Genshin Impact teapot replication system. Of course, keep in mind, even though Animal Crossing exists for a long time, I highly doubt that will be in that much detail, since Infinity Nikki has way more complex clothing and a lot of clipping issues and a lot of pieces that in Animal Crossing are not very there. So, taking all this information into consideration, let me break down how I think the dye system will work in my personal opinion. I think we'll be able to dye all the clothes in the game. To dye a clothing piece that's part of an outfit set, you will need to unlock all of the evolutions first. That means crafting all outfits twice or pulling all outfits twice. After you unlock the dye system, you will be required to experiment with multiple different materials, and that will be the fun part of it. Expect having to collect a lot of materials and start hoarding mats to mix and match and get the effect desired. Then you can customize the patterns and visual effects with your own custom uploads, and then finally share your final designs with your friends using code. They may roll out this progressively over time, and maybe we'll be able to only dye 3-star clothes at the start, but I imagine they will probably introduce more and more clothes for us to dye over time. What do you think? Do you agree? Please share below what you think the dye system will look like, and lastly but not least, thank you so much Alice for helping me out with this research. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one.
Ryan Little.